You. Who's first? All Nonsense Wrenching is first. Jay Swizzlesticks. Whoa. Look at all these people. I have not even heard of half of you people. And yes, I said you people. All right. Hey, Pucker, Heidi, Jake, Midwest. Wow, Jake from Canada. I'm guessing, thanks for still being our friend. Midwest Accountability Little Board, Rob Wedeman, DSAR, Mega X, Sourdough, Las Vegas vocalist. Still don't know what that guy does for a living or where he's from. Flatbed Trucker, Kev, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon, good early evening, I guess, East Coast. I don't know if 6 o'clock East Coast is, I don't know, early evening. And then what time was this? In the EU, 11 p.m. Is that correct? Greenwich Mean Time. Jerry Farrell, what's up? Poconos. I spent some time in the Poconos. It's a great place. LeBron, what's up, Dub Wubs? Bohica. There we go. Jeez, it's glitchy software. I'm here for the James Freeman bobblehead giveaway. T. Hardy, Patrick James, News Now Fresno. What's going on, you guys? Donna Goril, Susan Bachata. Yes, it has been a minute, you guys. I've been doing a lot of things in life, and not all activism related. Jen Wow, what's up? Genesis, Ruth Toner, Pig Farmer, Harrison McNeil, Canada. You from Saskatchewan? Regina. Kansas City, Bob, what's up? Michael Reed, Prometheus, Cardis, Latin Indian, Catherine, Samantha Sydney, Janet Abramson. Listen, there are a lot of names that I am seeing in this chat that I do not recognize from other chats. So I'm guessing, I'm just going to go out on a limb. I am college educated, never graduated, but went to 2 colleges. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there's some new people here to the live stream. And if you're a fan of the J50 channel, I would be fairly excited at this point. I don't know about you. Janet Abramson, Chet Cooper, Gary Irwin. Yeah, Mel Mack. I don't recognize any of these names, which is fantastic. And so Bruce Peach. I don't know. What are we going to talk about today? Need to know, like, I'm going on the road, okay, and I need to know if there's anybody, and I'm doing it on a shoestring budget, as always. Why rob somebody an opportunity to be of service? Houston area, you are on notice. I'm going to be in the Houston area, Chicago ish area, and some parts of Northern California too. So Florida as well. If you got like a, I don't know, listen, if anybody's got like a mother-in-law suite that you're not using, or you can, you know, send the mother-in-law, like, you know, to the mountains for the weekend or something like that. That would be amazing. DJ Plus, how much does it cost to the Canadian to watch? I don't know. That's a really good question. Also want to apologize to all of our Canuck friends, you know, for what it is. So, okay. So listen, you can, let's get into it, bitches. Okay. You cannot say that Greenland is going to be green and not an ice sheet sometime soon and deny climate change. Okay, you really can't do it. You can't say, listen, all the ice is going to melt off of Greenland and all of these minerals are going to be up for grabs for Russia, China, you know. You can't, like, it's, I don't know. This place, this Earth is a prison planet. Genesis. I did not have Genesis pegged as a baseball fan, let alone Cubs. I mean, I know she's from the area there, but yeah, didn't see that one. Yeah, that's why we're here. So let's do this. Also, who wants to come on? We're going to do something different. Who wants to come on and throw out some topics? Give us some topics to discuss. You can. I'm probably only going to pick people that I know that have been vetted. Let's see. Where is the link? There is the link. You may be in the green room, waiting room for quite a bit. Thank you, X. Yeah, health has been, you know, but thank you for the concern. Says Sab crazy here. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yeah, no, Midwest. I know a lot of people here, but there's a lot of names that I've never seen. Yes, a little bit, Brian. Although I cooled it down for a little bit, so. I don't know. Did you guys see the cops? Did you see the cop? There was a female cop in I think Kansas City area that they were like in a 7-Eleven or a liquor store, and the guys are filming. The like employees and the owners are behind like the bulletproof glass film. I'm like, that's the only time I would feel safe with cops around trying to apprehend a suspect is behind bulletproof glass. Either that or a bank teller. So yeah, and they're just like, what the hell? Oh, and so one of the female cops is like trying to grab her gun. I don't know, she gets her gun out, she lets off a round accidentally, and then someone else thinks it's like coming from the perp, right? Because there's like 8 guys on him, and so she takes the gun and like and puts 2 rounds into the perp, thinking that he just shot at the. Oh, it's the fog of war. It's the fog of war. Yeah. It's been a while since you've shown up on my notification. Las Vegas vocalist. That is because I have not put out hardly any content, let alone gone live. I've only gone live one other time. I did one a couple months ago for just a little proof of life thing. So Little bored. You and Press NH are my favorite auditors. Thank you very much. DSAR, I did see that Verdansk is back on Call of Duty, man, and I actually watched Cloaksy is my favorite player, man. That guy is a beast, man. If you I saw him playing with Nick Merckx and Tim the Tap Man, but Cloaksy, he is such a clutch player in Call of Duty, and I forget which one it was, but they were literally down, like it was only Cloaksy left. It was like 4-man squads, and they were like another 3 or 4 squad. They were like another 12 players that were not solo, and it was Cloaksy, and he won, and it was just I think that was probably one of the greatest comebacks I've ever witnessed in Call of Duty history. So health is marginal, you know. Long time fan, new to live chat. All right, who wants to come? Who wants to come in the chat? There's the invite. Dina May, Mississippi and Alabama. The cops are racist and corrupted as F. Yes, you had me at Mississippi and Alabama, Dina. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, judging from your thumbnail, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you're a person of color. Yeah, listen, I'm a white guy, and I'm like head on a swivel when it comes to cops. So, yeah. How about we send the mother-in-law in with you? Yeah, no, not unless she's like smoking hot. So, which is possible. Also, anybody from España, Portugal, Netherlands, Italia, let me know. Let me know, because I really want to talk to you if you've got some connections or about going overseas, living overseas. All right, here we go, everybody. Let me see. I'm trying to unmute your mic.
I can do that.
Just because he chose to mute themselves, dude. This is where you're supposed to be heard, Sab.
I can unmute. I can help you out.
This is when you need to be heard.
I could take a cue.
Yeah. Look at Sab Crazy, man. He's coming from the secure, undisclosed location, man. He's like, should we be garbling your voice too? You're like all like silhouetted.
Kitchen,
right?
Underwater kitchen.
So beautiful day in Los Angeles. It's going to be beautiful all week here. So
how's your shorts? Your shorts collection made its break out of the winter closet, Johnny?
Yes, absolutely. However, all of my Costco shorts, let's face it, you guys, like when I go and buy the Costco shorts, I'll buy 6 of the same, like, because it's like I like them. And so, you know, in the spirit of not doing laundry, like, you know, every other day, like, let's just buy 6 or 8 pair. You know what I mean? Like,
you could go almost a week at least.
Absolutely, man. I mean, what?
Almost 2,
but most
pair?
Yeah, but most of them have holes in the pockets now up in the. So I'm gonna have to re-up. The worst is when the holes are in the back pocket and I put my phone in there, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, bloop,
yeah,
I think I'm getting pickpocketed. Yeah. You know,
no, it's just your Costco shorts with their 3-year warranty expiration date.
Oh no, there's no warranty in Costco. I mean, like no warranty expiration. Like you can bring anything back. Like you can bring those shorts back like 5 years later. They'll give you your money.
That's back. What I mean is like there's no expiration. You could
none at all.
Be like, well, these are holy, and I don't go to church on Sunday. I need a new pair, and they'll be like, go ahead, sir. Have a great day.
Exactly.
You know?
No, listen. If you know anything about Costco, because I was, living my dream selling cookware inside of Costco's and so forth.
I've heard.
Yeah. They are in the business of screwing vendors. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do business at Costco, you have to take back those pair of shorts 5 years later.
No
And
questions.
yeah, absolutely. That's just like, here they come. And it is what it is. Also,
Well,
got some.
imagine the mattress. I don't know if you saw that story a couple months ago. The lady that slept on the mattress or had the couch for like 5 years, and then she took it back and got a new one.
I've heard like 5 to 8 and even
Yeah.
longer than that for couches and so forth. So,
Oh, makes me chuckle, but cringe at the same time.
well, but yeah, I mean, listen, there is when you're bringing back a dozen dead long stem roses on February the 21st.
She broke up with me, bro.
I'm just saying, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that, or the volume, because so they don't mess around in electronics. You know what I mean? It's 90 days for electronics. However,
I've done the
weekend
battery
after
thing. They just changed the rules.
the weekend after the Super Bowl, you got all the 90-inch LCDs coming back.
Steep discounts. Go on February 13th and not February 3rd, and you get yourself a hell of a TV deal. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But also, they did change the rules on batteries. And I wanted to give a little
what kind of
insight.
batteries? Like C, D, 9-volt,
No,
or like car batteries?
like a car battery.
Okay. What?
So used to be full replacement no matter what, and now it's pro-rated.
Oh, okay.
And because speaking from my pocketbook, I have a Mexican Costco membership because you can get a 2-person household membership for $35 instead of $75 in America. And the only thing you can't buy is tires. So I can go to anybody else's Joe Schmo tire shop and I can do everything else. I can buy gas. I can go and do everything. Plus, when they check me in, it says international. So you feel like you're in a special Costco club.
I thought you were going to say it was Mexican and then you were going to make some kind of derogatory.
No, Johnny, I'm white too.
I know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was going to say, tread lightly, bro. Tread lightly in the 818 too, man.
No,
so
these are my neighbors. These are my homies. I've been honorary brown white person for a long time, and I don't want to tarnish that record. So
absolutely. All right, Delaware 1A defender, Lil Red.
Fred.
What's up?
Hey,
what's up?
Thank you.
How's it going?
Yeah,
it's good to be here. Good to see you.
What's up with that? What's up with that cop that was? What did they do? Did they arrest that guy on fentanyl, and then he went and smoked the pipe in the bathroom as the guy was being arrested?
The cop that collapsed in the interrogation room.
Yeah, no, wasn't it like it was like a bathroom, right?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about. He just straight collapsed. It was like shocking video.
Well, he didn't straight. I mean, he was. I don't know if he was smoking fentanyl or smoking meth or what, but yeah, he went out.
He did the old taste test to the extreme, I think.
Yeah, no, he was just doing a test to see.
I was being arrested.
The cop that collapsed in the.
Yeah.
All right, who's got their audio? So this is why we wear headphones, people. All right, this is production 101. Okay, you see these? You see these?
I don't need headphones.
Okay, well, somebody is. I hear somebody echoing.
Somebody's got speakers and no headphones.
Delaware, is it you?
No, he's on mute.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
My TV's in the background. Just a sec.
Yeah.
Polyglocks, you gonna come on here?
Maybe that could be it.
Yeah, no, somebody's listen. This is this is
better.
production 101. I don't want to like make this a remedial.
Come on, Johnny, stop it.
But like the basics, the basics, you put on a pair of headphones or earbuds or so forth. Delaware 1A defender, you want to introduce yourself, say hi, or like?
Go ahead, guys. I'll mute.
Where is
Clown can take a break.
I think everybody can unmute themselves. I think so.
Johnny, I'll sign up for the road trip preliminarily. We'll talk more if you want to talk about it, just depending on if I go halfway and fly home or meet you halfway. But
Of
I have
where
some free
I'm going to be
anywhere.
all over. I'm going to be all
Yeah,
over,
well,
man.
you know,
But I also need a place. You know, also.
Yeah, we can work on all that. Let's talk afterwards, and we'll see what
Okay.
you're thinking and work it out. Because I got
Okay.
some free time right now in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Cool.
I'm casted, but I don't think I'm going to get the part. If you see my video, you can see.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I'm probably going to be going all through the summer into. I'm going to be hanging out in LA and then going up to the Bay in the summer, but then going up towards Chicago, Seattle, into the fall too. So I don't know what I mean.
Well,
I don't
like
know
I
how
said,
long that cast.
if I go a little bit or meet you or something or help you get somewhere and then take a break and then go reconnoiter, you know, I know.
Yeah.
Play hopscotch together or a little bit apart. You know, I know you have your people and I might have some couches, you know, some guest rooms, whatever. So
absolutely. Look at Polyglocks. I listen, I am so impressed that Polyglot still has like a cut and paste text file on his desktop computer with like my links, my link tree for donations. You know.
Polly is good. Good mod squad right there.
Yeah.
Gold medal.
But yeah, I definitely want to be up Seattle, Chicago, Rochester areas in, you know, July and August, obviously. So
yeah, I keep thinking about going back to Morro Bay, but I won't go alone.
Oh no, God no. God no. We went with 20 people and we're almost killed.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Dangerous. For those of you that remember, what was the kid's name? The 18-year-old with who wore the business suit, who wore the suit, jacket and tie.
Oh, the little blowhard kid.
The
kid that went with you, the one that went with you.
He ran the scanner that day. I forget his name.
He was he was the headphone squad.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I forget his name. I was like, bro, what did you think when we were in the staging lot in the next town over? Because, you know, we weren't going to pay one dime to the city. You know, nobody was buying a fucking Snapple in that city. You know what I mean?
Right.
What was his name? Somebody tell me his name. It was the such and such. I forget. Spot check. Come on in and say hi. All right. Listen, you got to be able to like say hi. You like there's some basic human interaction that needs to take place here. You know what I mean? One of them being, hey guys. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just going out on a limb. No, he was called the such and such, like fuck, it's the tip of my tongue if somebody said it. Anyway, I remember asking him, I'm like, dude, what did you think of that? He was like, they were going to kill us. I mean, he like looked me in the eye, was like, wow. He was like, they were going to kill us. And I was like, oh, okay, good. Like I wasn't the only one that picked, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I visited that town and thought they were going to beat me up just because I looked at them wrong.
Yeah. Dinah. Yes. That was the whole town of bootlickers. That was so disturbing.
Well, hey, Johnny, I don't know if you saw this on our National American holiday of April Fools just a couple days ago. Some of the great PD departments here in Southern California were putting out, some might say parody or comedy videos of,
oh my God,
you know, different things.
I didn't see that.
So the good old Irvine PD down in Orange County, California, put out a video that said they were changing all of the police car sounds from the traditional whoop, whoop, boop, boop siren to the
Right.
ice cream truck because it's so iconic and it brings people together and it has such a sense of community. And so I made it my chore to go ahead and call, asked to
Good
speak
for
to
you.
a watch commander, and the lieutenant that answered the phone had the audacity to state that the city of Irvine is the safest city in America. And I
What
quote,
is wrong with people?
exactly, that is his quote. And so I said, well, what's the address? So I come down there and check it
What's
out.
your criteria for say
Yeah.
like
On who
right?
says?
On which metric? Like, what do we
Right.
like?
What measurable statistic are you faking to state that as your fact? Now,
Yeah.
so I got the name of the lieutenant that was the watch commander that day. I got the
Okay.
PIO lieutenant's name.
Okay.
I got their
You
direct
get some
phone,
audio?
their phone number. I didn't record that call, but
Dude,
I am
come
so
on,
ready to take
bro.
a
What?
little
Come on,
field
bro. I
trip
thought I
with you.
taught you better than like. Come on,
I
man.
got my little cheat sheet right here.
Yeah,
Screen
no.
grabber, screen pauser.
The fucking pen
But
and paper,
no.
man. You know,
Yeah,
like, come on.
I'm
You know
so
better.
old school. I didn't have my GoPro set up to record the phone calls, so I
No,
was
there's apps for
ill
that shit,
prepared.
dude. There's apps to
Well,
record. There's
we
only
need to
one
talk
app.
later.
Yeah, but
but you need to let me
do
know
the
because I'm not an iPhone. So
on my Android. You're on iPhone?
cool. Then ours should work the same. No,
Yeah,
I'm Android all day.
It's called Cube ACR is the
And it'll
app name.
capture the phone calls or what?
Yeah, but you can't do calls over Wi-Fi. It has to be literally just straight 5G or 4G. So
I'll turn off my Wi-Fi. I have good service.
no,
where
but no,
at,
yeah, you know what I mean.
at
So,
my
but if you
at
have
my
the
kitchen
Wi-Fi
table.
assist, it'll mess it up. Norberto
No, I'll just turn the Wi-Fi off. Yeah.
¿Qué pasa, Juanito 50? Good.
5-0.
Good.
Yeah.
Auditing Erie County. What's up, man?
Delaware said he's still doing some health recovery, so he couldn't do the verbal, minimums that you were mentioning.
Okay.
But
well, I mean,
I think you might give him a pass. He
all right,
left you a
man.
note in the
All right,
StreamYard
thank you.
chat. So
thank you. I did not see that. So thank you.
no, I know
No,
you're only like 22 minutes behind in the chat.
No,
We've only
man,
been
I'm
here for
like
27.
so far.
Yeah, where are we? We're at 30 minutes in and you're 30 minutes behind or what?
Erie County. Yeah, I got a new the most of the numbers that I've used have been Google Voice, and if they don't get used for a while, they just get deleted by Google. Do me a favor, shoot me an email, Erie County. Yeah. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the people in the community are whatchamacallit? I use like Google Voice before I get to know them, and then you know what I mean. So
yeah, you won't even give me your real phone number, and we've been dating for how long now?
I know, dude. I mean, you have an idea where I live here, but like you ain't, you know what I mean? Like
I have a 22 square mile radius, but that's
right.
it.
Right.
And even if I knew, I wouldn't say I knew. I don't even know where I live. It's down the block around the corner.
Erie slipped into PA the other day. Want to get in touch with Southwest PA Watch. First of all, you need to step to him properly, man. It is Southeast PA Community Watch. Southeast. Listen, I'm not going to say anything. You can throw yourself under the bus and say, "Yo, Dan, just call." Or but like I said, it's way too many words, way too many syllables. I remember the producer for the band Yes when they were first starting out, right? And he's like all of the bands that I've ever produced, and he did that band GTR, which was like a kind of a super group in the late 80s, whatever, with Steve Howe and Steve Hackett and so forth. And he's like, if you have the words Yes on a banner, it's huge point size. He goes, if you have the words The Fabulous Thunderbirds, not so much, you know? So, yeah, that's why I bust Dan's balls on the Southeastern PA Community Watch. Like, fuck, man. Like, dope. It's like, that's a lot, you know? Boop, boop, boop. Mike Smith, Clay Lacey, by far my favorite. Listen, Clay. Okay, so I started my channel. My first video was on August 15th, which was in Koreatown. Very sort of nondescript. There was a little bit of interaction, but nothing else. I really got on the map. It was September 25th. Was Burbank Airport, and then I think that was either October or November of that. So I was still brand new when Clay Lacey came out. And if you remember, I was trying to walk to where the police station is at Van Nuys Airport,
the airport,
which is in the office suite over on the corner of wherever Sherman Way and I don't know. Is that
down
Haskell?
at Airtel. It's down at Airtel Plaza. Yeah,
right. It's in the office building
at Valjean and at Sherman Way. Yeah,
right. You would never think that
you wouldn't make it.
No, it's I don't think it's on Valjean because Clay Lacey's on Valjean. No, it's on the other side of the because then there's the
you're right. It's in the Hathaway building. You would have had to walk or the FAA office is in the Hathaway building. I don't know where the airport police office is, but I know that the police, fire, and whatever
it's
union
in that building.
credit
did everything just time out? What happened?
No, it spazzed for a minute. You there? Check.
Hello.
Check.
Hello. What the heck?
Check. Can you hear me?
Interwebs. What is happening with interwebs?
I can hear you. I'm holding up a 1.
I see a 4. But I don't know what just happened there. I think that was a solar flare. I'm not really sure.
That was a glitch in the matrix for sure.
Uh-oh, Friends in Code is here.
Holy shit, Johnny. How are you, sir?
What's up, man?
Are we in trouble?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to come up and, say it's good to see you, brother, online and know that you're still kicking with us, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I do not interact with a lot of other channels. Like I said, I mean, for my own mental health,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I've just not like if I see one more dog get fucking executed by a cop, I'm you know what I mean? Like
it's very detrimental to one's mental health.
Yeah.
I just might lose it, and I don't have much to lose.
Are you? Yeah. Is that an inside voice, Sab, or you know that you're on a hot mic right now?
I'm with you. If I see one more dog that gets like,
no. It's just not like, and YouTube is pretty good about if you're clicking on other stuff, it's going to start referring the other stuff and not referring that stuff as much. So, it's pretty good. I'm on TikTok most of the time. I've been banned. I've been banned on TikTok for my content like at least 5 times, which is so ridiculous.
That's funny, Johnny.
Just absolutely.
A bastion of freedom of voice, huh?
Yeah. What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, I've just been doing the nerd shit with friends,
Okay.
Trying to make a facial recognition database for police,
Okay.
Yeah. That way the people have something to use when officer it's right here decides to want to show his face.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
Try to give you guys a better streaming input. You know, some outputs, do multi streams and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
Learn shit.
Okay. Hey, Dan, come on in. And whatchamacallit Erie County. Are you still here? Yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah, my account, my main account is fairly shadow banned. This one, they're not really pushing out the content the way they used to. You know, I started up the new channel and I was like, do you know what I mean? Do I really want, or like, so I'm still on the fence. I'm not going anywhere, but I mean, I've got some other stuff that's getting prioritized currently. One of them being leaving the country. So yeah, this final season of America has been a doozy. So that season premiere was wild.
Something, huh?
Yeah.
I've tuned to turning donos into feeding chickens as well. So
okay.
Make a computer program that watches the crazy shit, and I go watch, you know, chickens getting fed by donos.
Dude, I watched some AI thing where they were like monitoring employees like at a fast food restaurant or something like that, and like they were literally tracking them to see who was like moving and working, and like, you know what I mean, like
Amazon.
Bro.
Yeah, like, dude, like, and if you guys don't think, like, when you go into a Walmart,
right,
or Target, if you are stupid enough to use the self-checkout, okay, if you don't think that is the retinal scan camera, you are delusional. It's not just some, like, you know, 720p, like, you know, oh, we got a general idea of who came in here. I mean, you might as well be like scanning your driver's license, like, you know.
They might as well have. They might as well have the thumb scan fucking pin number thing. Like,
yeah,
I'm surprised when you go to the bank, they don't ask you for your thumbprint nowadays. They still only ask you to insert your card and put the pin because it's more secure.
Right.
Hey, Johnny, that little link I just dropped in private chat. Yeah, that one.
Do I even know how to get to?
It's it's over there on the right somewhere.
Okay.
Just keep
I didn't even know there was a. I didn't even know there was a private chat. There's 14. There was 14. There's 14 messages in the private chat.
That's what I tried to tell you. Delaware was trying to message you.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if it's a new feature, man, and I haven't been on here.
What are you, 80? Come on, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm
still Gen X. Like these, Johnny,
Gen X, man. I am not boomer.
I know. I'm married to this one who's die hard Gen X. She doesn't want to be a Xennial, so you know, Lucky and her thing. So
I don't blame him. You know, I go Gen X.
I'm 80 every time I want to be 80. I can try to relate, but I'm still a millennial to you people.
What do you mean? You don't have to show it.
Yeah,
you don't have to show it. It's just something to look at, Johnny.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. No. Cool.
Thank you, friends. I see it. I want to look. I want to look more at it.
You definitely.
Dan is a cat's guy. I don't think I've ever heard Dan this silent in his entire fucking lifetime.
You got that right. Yes, sir. Just sitting back and you know, what do they call that? Lurking, I guess.
Right.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Good to see you back on. Good.
Thank you, man. Good. Cybertron, thank you for the super chat, man. You are a sexy MFer yourself. So
amen, brother.
auditing Erie County was trying to get in touch with you, Dan. So
was he? Okay, good.
And he was trying to reach out to me on a Google number that had been fucking probably deleted a year and a half ago from lack of use.
Oh, I hear you.
So
yeah, it's good. It'll be good to get his number and talk to him. A couple people have been telling me that the last month or so, and So I got
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, I mean, I think he can travel out of state
Exactly.
now.
He's only in New York, so
Yeah, but I mean, after all of the charges have been,
dropped, right?
Yes.
He got, cleared by the president. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's the best. But yeah. So how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm going to be going on the road for at least 6 months.
Where are you heading?
All over. I'd like to get to Houston. I'd like to get to. Definitely need to be in Chicago for some amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's not Auditing. I'm doing a different project that's photography and drone stuff. So, but it's
yeah, that was nice that you had your drone when you were here last time. We didn't find the dog, but
yeah,
sure as hell tried.
Yeah, no, there was for those of you that don't know, there was a dog that got loose in the neighborhood at Dan's, and so I threw the drone up, and we were looking for the dog.
That's
daytime.
Badass.
Nighttime, dude, the thermal is like, I mean, there's people that's all they do. Those are like the huge like $10,000-$20,000 drones, the ones you get like. I mean, they're like, I mean,
right. Unlike the ones that were flying over Jersey, whatever the hell was going on there.
Dude, that was. Listen, I'm just waiting for the aliens to come down, dude. You know what I mean? When the aliens want have our best interest in mind and want to eliminate the billionaires,
the worthless politicians, exactly. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I saw so many different fucking videos and things from friends and shit online, and it looked like plasma. Some
yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah. So some of those are legit like alien craft, and some of those are government because if you guys are familiar with Project Bluebeam, they are going to when the aliens do come down to try to eliminate the ruling class. Okay, the ruling class is going to fake an alien invasion, going, oh my god, they're coming for because we've reverse engineered UFOs since the 40s. So I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say since the 50s, right? Yeah.
Yep,
so we have some UFO tech, and if you guys have ever watched Dr. Stephen Greer, he talks about the Tic Tac that was off the coast of San Diego. He was like, oh, that's ours. He's like, that's our tech.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, it went from 80,000 feet to sea level in this blink of an eye. That's our tech, In
3 seconds or less. Yeah.
I hear you'd have to kind of be somewhat ignorant to believe that we were the only life in the complete universe, galaxy.
Yeah, no. But only mankind could be arrogant enough to be like, listen, we're the alpha and the omega. We're the start and the finish.
There's a reason a unicorn is mythical creature.
There's nothing more like human than we're it. We're the top of the food, bro. There's nothing else.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. As we live in a perceived reality and everything.
Yeah.
God, don't even get me started, Johnny. You know me.
No, this is all what's the word I'm looking for? A simulation.
Yep. It's
don't be such a provocateur. Come on.
You're not going to get to unplug, though.
No,
you will.
It's hard. It's hard.
Listen, I've been watching all these channelers, man, and they're like, what happens when we die? And the guy's like, we wake up from it's like you wake up from a dream.
Yep.
And he's like, and it's this entity called Bashar that this guy channels. And Dan, when I showed Dan some stuff, and he was like, kind of like when you wake up from a dream. That's so realistic, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
The ultra vivid shit. Yeah.
As real as that dream was, this is who I am. And so when we die, we go, "Oh my god!" As real as Johnny 5-0, Sab Crazy, and Southeastern PA Community Watch were, this is who I am. My spirit form of self.
Right. It gets so deep and it's so hard to comprehend the truth when it comes to what's beyond, what we can't really perceive or understand. Yeah. And it's so great. And the study of it is just so great. It really is. It changes your whole perspective on life, how to treat people, Mother Nature, math. You know, the list goes on and on. Quantum physics.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy? I don't know. Fuck. What's the guy's name? He wrote a book. He's from North Carolina. Let me hold on a minute. And he had an alien encounter. What was his name? Chris Bledsoe.
Huh.
Have you guys ever heard his
He a football player?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say not Drew Bledsoe, not the football.
That's his brother.
Yeah.
Deer in the headlight looks here.
Yeah.
No, let me
cousin from another mother.
All right. No, I'm not a flat earther or anything like that, but
No,
you know,
but
Johnny and I have talked for eons of time. We both are on the same page when it comes to, you know, certain things that are true.
I don't mean to stir the pot, but we know there's not empty 737s flying under a certain code to unidentified airstrips on a daily basis.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. They got these 737s with the fast stripe on the side, and it just says, "I'm going to the fast lane," and then they go and they do their scientific experimentation out in the desert. You know, Janet.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Janet flights to
not the Jackson, not the Jackson. The you
Janet
know,
the Janet flights from Las Vegas, from McLaren,
Vegas, and to Mojave every day, multiple times a day, with like nobody on them. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good.
I didn't hear that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard that, Dan? No, those are the Janet flights are the ones that go to
Janet is the airline for Area 51.
Yeah, Janet, I know. I didn't know that they were. Oh, they're saying there's nobody on them. Is that what you're trying to say? Even though they are.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the flight holds 180 to 200 people, and why would they fly back and forth with nobody on them?
Bro, it's all.
I mean, I'm all for killing the coral reefs and all that stuff for scientific research, but at the same time, the aliens are not there. So
crazy. I hear you. They moved Area 51 a long time ago. Okay.
I mean,
listen.
NORAD might not be in Colorado anymore.
When Area 51 is on the cover of Popular Science in 1992, you know it's no longer
empty. Exactly.
You know there's nothing going on there any longer. You
Just
know
like
what I mean?
Fort Knox. Fort Knox is empty too, but we won't go there. Yes.
Yeah. And
underwater, a lot of the stuff
is a community that doesn't exist. It was just a prison that's decrepit over in California's desert center out of Palm Springs. They're not bringing lithium out of Salton Sea. There's all kinds of things they're not doing or don't want us to believe they're doing. So.
Right. Exactly. Don't look over here. Look over there.
Don't look where the money is.
Shiny left.
To those billionaires where those there might want to do something about it.
All right, we're gonna play. I'm gonna play you a clip of this guy, Chris Bledsoe. Okay, he's a guy from North Carolina. He is a salt of the earth MFer. It's like a 6-minute clip. I'll cut it if it's. I'm not sure, but it's. Let's see. It's wild. He talks about alien encounter and what these aliens showed him. So let's see. Let's go share screen. What are we doing? Where am I going?
Come on, Grandpa.
No. There's all different settings here.
They move the buttons on me.
That's why I don't go live. I'll be like,
no, I'm bro. And this isn't even like what's the one they do for gaming? What's that platform?
Way more twitching. Are you twitching?
No. The one for
no idea. My kid would probably know.
Some of them young whippersnappers.
Yeah, I knew Moses' grandpa. I don't know nothing about technology.
All right, you guys.
Back before the war.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this clip and let me know. What you guys think of this here.
Being explained to you, he wasn't there to harm you, he was only there to help you.
Right.
Was there any other communication, any other times that you saw them or experienced them?
Yep. 2 nights later, this was on it was a Monday night when we had the experience on the river, Chris Jr. and the group.
You guys can hear this? Yes.
Yep.
Wednesday night. My wife wasn't coming home to Friday, right? So we're staying the rest of the week there, just Junior and I. And Wednesday night, I'm struggling with Chris Jr. because he's in shock and he's had a really scary experience, right?
They had a UFO encounter a couple
he was
nights
in a
before.
bad way. And these same dogs start barking again, same way, scary bark. So I ran to the back door and could look out over the whole property, out through the back, full glass back door.
Middle of nowhere, North Carolina.
And there was a Christmas tree farm beside us, a big one. They had new trees where people would send them out, cut all these trees. I just seeing my son get upset again all over because now we got 2 nights later these lights in the backyard again. And it's taken me 2 days to kind of calm him down, and now he's freaked out bad. Oh my God, he's just really freaked. And so I just had this bit of rage come in me, and I walked over to the gun cabinet and I grabbed a little holster, 44 Magnum rifle, little short saddle gun I used to bear hunt with. I'm on record, Boone and Crockett record book for shooting 660-pound black bear.
Wow.
North Carolina. So big, it was a record at that time. Still in probably the top 5. But I took that gun and I said, "You come with me, Junior." He said, "No, I'm not going out that door." He said, "Please don't leave me, Dad." I said, "Son, I'm going to end this tonight."
So he sees lights and orbs in the backyard. That's what he's going to check out.
So I walked back to that far back right corner, and I went through that little opening you see. So I crawled, dragging that gun under these trees until I got about 20 feet from that orb, 20, maybe 30 feet. And the electricity from it, the buzz, the static, my whole body felt like needles. The hair was standing up and every goosebump on me was just tingling. And the energy was so strong, I couldn't go any closer. I just turned around and I backed away, walked back out of the forest, crawled out. And I got to the pine trees where the fence was crunched. I stood up and I went to step over that fence. And the minute I went to step over that fence, there were 2 of these beings just appeared right in front of me. They were standing like 3 feet from me and just enough gap I could walk between them. And immediately I felt this shame come over me. Shame that I had this rifle. Why I brought this to fight something that there ain't no fighting, right? So I took the gun and I tried to hide it behind me. And what they put in my head was what changed me. From that point on, I never hunted again. I don't harm bugs. I have a way with animals now nobody understands. I have 50, 100 ducks. Wild ducks will fly in and fly right up to me. If you come out there, they're gone. But they'll fly right up and eat from me, feed them. Wild mallards. And if anybody knows about mallard ducks, they're one of the most skittish creatures in the world. They fly thousands of feet high at 80 miles an hour, and you need duck calls and blinds and decoys in the water to get one to land. Well, I have whole flocks of them fly right in and eat. I can feed them. But that wasn't like that before. But these beings told me that they changed me. They told me that the way they put it in my head, when I say told me, they don't really talk. They put images that it's just telepathic, I guess you could say. But it made me understand that the whole world is alive. Everything from the grass to every single animal, bird, tree, all had a consciousness. The cells in the body, like within the human body, you don't tell your body what to do. Something outside of us is telling our body how to function. The molecules, each cell that divides from one cell to the other has a conscience. So I'm just a part of that I can't get the words out I want to say, but it just changed me in such a way that I began to cry about everything. I've cried for the last 7, 8, 10 years, I guess, about everything. When I see something get hurt, it just kills me. But it came from that experience with these beings on how they told me how everything's a living consciousness and I don't have the right to take its life. We live in a mutualistic way. Like your stomach, for example. You have bacteria in your stomach that digest chlorophyll, plant material. The human can't do it, but this bacteria does. And it secretes the nutrients that you get from that plant. And it survives because you're feeding it the plant material, right? So it's a mutualistic way we live. And it's like a tree gives you wood for a house. It gives you shade for the sun, a nest for a bird, oxygen to breathe, and the list goes on. So everything has a part of life on this planet, and it's not up to us to destroy it and abuse it. And I could talk about this for days.
All right. And I think one of the coolest things is like, if you don't think that this guy's like a salt of the earth motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like that, like, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, we all come from the same source, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole singularity. There's only one thing. The universe. There's only one thing, and everything is comprised of that one thing. Whether it's God, whatever, you know what I mean, without being religious, like it's just this spark, and we've all got parts of it. That's why.
Yeah, it's weird that religion kind of gets in the way of the truth, because there's 1,000 religions, 1,000 gods. All my gods are the same.
Yeah, but the religions were all of the religious writings were manipulated by mankind.
Correct.
In order, like, so
religion gets in the way of the truth, is what I say. There is a
absolutely.
There is a supreme being, absolutely. You know,
and one
doesn't have to have a name. Who the hell cares?
No, I know, because everybody that's ever done these like NDEs, and if you got to watch some of these NDEs, and they say, and they use the word God, and they always laugh, and they're like, there's no way to describe what I met, what I saw, you know, and the more
you're in tune with Mother Nature, the better off you're going to be in life. That's for sure.
Well, and that's the one thing about what these people talking about, like aliens coming down and all these fucking orbs and shit that we're seeing, is like the aliens are like, we have hit a threshold where we're like, all right, we're gonna ruin the, like, we're gonna, and we're living in a neighborhood. Okay, so if we let the house go to crap, then everybody else's property values go to shit in the neighborhood.
So they're watching.
Right? So
just like, go ahead.
There's a certain amount of like, all right, we weren't going to step in. However, your house is on fire. You know what I mean? So, but one of the things is that these aliens, and talking, I see Raven chiming in, and like these people that are like talk with these, they're like, we need to come down and teach you guys about your inner divinity, because you guys are way more powerful as human beings than you were ever taught to believe, because of mankind trying to manipulate you through organized religion, saying, no, you got to go through us. You can't get there directly.
Exactly. You know,
that's actually how they sound, Friends in Code.
Well, yeah, no. I went to sitting there choking on the stogie. I don't know.
Yeah. I went to 12 years of Catholic school, but when I got out and became a free-thinking adult, I realized, like I said, that religion gets in the way of the truth. You know, it's just, it purposely pollutes you. Purposely, you know, I need to, according to the Catholic Church, I have to go through a priest to absolve my sins. So, why would I have to go through a pedophile if he is to, you know, absolve my sins? Come on, man.
Well, and one of the things too that I found interesting is that there is only one source. You know, whatever, you know what I mean?
There's multiple.
There's multiple routes, It's like, oh, how do you get to the airport? Oh, well, you could take 695, you could take 95, you could take, but you could take surface streets. I don't know, lots of different ways to get to the airport.
Yep.
So
what's like going on in town?
Yeah, just like Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, you got to understand frequency, energy, and vibration.
Dude, I think Tesla was. I think that guy was onto some.
Oh, he knew. He knew.
I think he had like wireless electricity going on, and you know what I mean, like some really crazy stuff. And the ruling class was like,
Oh, he had free energy.
We can't have free energy, Dan. You can't put a meter on it.
Exactly. Okay. Come on, man.
How dare you think we can't charge you for something?
There's a light there's a light bulb. I think it's like in Oakland, California or something like that. It has been lit since like 1906. I'm not even kidding. Like Google it. It's something ridiculous. And the original light bulbs had like 100-year lives to them, if not greater. And the people running the show and, the Westinghouses or whatever, if that's was even a family, were like, yeah, we can't do that. Can you engineer this so that this thing burns out after a year?
Okay.
Because we can't monetize anything that's going to last forever.
As you know, they've been inventors that invented water cars, this, that, and the other thing. And they automatically go disappear or die or mysteriously.
They get suicidal really quickly.
Exactly. There's been so many inventions throughout our lifetime and prior.
Or they become friends of the Clintons.
Exactly. Get suicided. Yeah. It's crazy. So it's done on purpose. Absolutely. Control.
Sorry about that.
Control and buy. It's all about enriching the rich. And we're just debt slaves. That's all we all are. To a criminal organization. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have college loans before the 90s. Like it's all to just keep an anvil on our chest.
Yeah, there was no tax a federal tax until 1913. Okay, these people are crying about tariffs. If it'll work or not, we'll see. But that's how America got rich before tax. We had colleges, roads, armies, we had everything, before 1913. And that was all funded through tariffs.
Right.
It's an amazing.
I don't know if you know that the car company, there's a car company in China called BYD. It's one of the biggest car companies there. And they're making electric cars that are.
Oops.
There we go. Dude, take a guess as to how large of a footprint the manufacturing plant is for BYD in China.
That's a trick question, I'm sure. To tell you the truth,
take a guess as to how big.
We're talking square footage, mileage,
miles. It's 50 square miles.
I was going to say
it's the size of San Francisco.
That's insane.
Of assembly lines.
That's crazy.
And battery manufacturing and
Oh my God, 50 square miles.
50
I was going to guess
square
10.
miles.
Okay, that's insane.
That's probably the size of Philly. I mean,
that's big. That's bigger than Philly. Are you kidding me? It's got absolutely bigger than Philly. Shit, Philly's probably 20 by 20, 30 by 30 at most.
Right.
Shit, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I tell you, man, what they've taught us our whole life is untrue. To be really smart, you got to unlearn everything you've been taught for the most part, and truly dig for the truth and understand everything.
Yeah,
so much to understand.
The truth is so foreign.
It's so
that when if you were to hear the truth, it would sound absolutely insane.
Thank you. Okay. And it's funny that the Smithsonian Institute, every time there was a find or something was amazing, they're, what the hell did we just find? They swoop in. What do you got there, Joe? I'll take that for you and put it in somewhere safe.
Dude, did you see what the pyramids? Did you see what they found with the pyramids?
Yes, that's still being debated right now.
Correct. Yeah, I saw somebody that's like a she was breaking down. She was like, listen, it was a pretty sketchy hypothesis, you know what I mean? And it has not been no one was able to redo the, I forget exactly the scientific.
And if true, that's going to go to Thoth and his halls of Amenti theory. If anybody know who Thoth is or the halls of Amenti, These are places that have been talked to in the book of, who the fuck's the Anunnaki? Anyways, it's just amazing if this is true. There's something down there, but problem is the government will never allow them to dig. Okay, guaranteed, never.
No, well, no, and that's what. But it was all like non-intrusive, like LiDAR and so forth. So
yeah, it's quite interesting. I actually was battling an AI, and they're still pretty stupid if you know how to manipulate them.
Right.
And the best way to manipulate them is just when you ask them a question, just tell it to say yes or no without any further explanation, because they love explaining when you ask it a question. Right. You know what I mean? So you have to make it say yes or no. But anyways, I made one agree that the Egyptians did not build the pyramids. Okay, and right. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Yeah. Just like I asked it if skyscrapers could crumble and turn to dust without explosives, and it turns out that it was giving me never, except for one incident. You know, and then I finally whittled it down and made it cry and made it admit that no, a building cannot collapse and free fall into its own footprint without fucking explosives.
Don't even get me started on building 7. I mean,
okay, come on, man. Anyways, I don't want to take over your show, dude.
No. I mean,
we've been lied to our whole life. Every fucking thing is a lie. Your government, your money, your education, your religion.
All government is a business, man. And you know what? All cops are class traders. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
They're all class traders. You are not in the ruling class. You are a cop.
Well, that's what I would tell the cops when I would go visit my senator, my congressman, certain buildings that I want to talk to, my representatives. I bump into a fucking cop. I say, listen, I don't have a bitch with you or beef. Move aside. I'm here to talk to my representative. You know, and they get all bullyish. You know how the cops get, and they block you away and block you away and block you away. So I always say cops are the protectors of evil. Okay, because without them, we'd be a different world. Good, bad, or indifferent.
They're like a wide version of Secret Service. You know what I mean? Like they're out there. You know, it's not as much of a single target like POTUS, but I mean they are there to protect.
And that's why they are protected with absolute immunity and all this.
Absolutely.
And this court system that'll protect them forever is because without them, the populace would take over and prove that we don't need government.
You know what's going to be really amazing is when these billion trillionaires, when all of society collapses and money is now worthless. Like, what are all of their Navy SEAL hired guns to protect them going to do? Like,
you're right. It's going to get crazy. I also made the AI admit that the U.S. dollar is counterfeit fiat currency. It didn't like the word counterfeit, and it fought that forever. But it's a debt instrument, and it admitted you can't pay debt with debt. So how can we pay anything with the debt instrument, which is the U.S. dollar? Blah 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 blah. So again, everything's a lie. Everything is a fucking your history. Everything. History is written by the victors. Remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. And there it goes. But yeah. Good times. So how you been feeling? You still fasting?
Here and there. Yeah, I just broke like a 2-day fast, so
from what I've understood, that's good for you, for us, for people.
Yeah, in certain
situations,
bits, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've had no problem with it, and it's
nice.
It's just after hour 8, you're just like, okay, I'm hungry. All right, it's not going away. It's probably going to stick around here for a bit. So
I'll be honest, I probably fast more than I actually realized, because I won't really eat breakfast, and then I'm busy working. Lunch goes by, it's 3:00.
Yeah.
So okay.
Well, and I've been doing like one meal every 2 days.
Wow.
So I'll fast for a day and then eat like a breakfast or something like that.
Yeah, I could do that. One meal every 2 days. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I like eating a little bit too much for that.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, it's just an easy trap to fall into. So
Yeah, I hear you. Well, good. Yeah, I miss getting out there. I realized a while ago that no matter what all of us do, it's never really going to change. We'll have small wins, here and there in courts and cases and things like that. Okay, yeah, that's great. Good. But when you realize the big picture about the Constitution and what it really is and the Bill of Rights, and then all that turns into Article 1, Section 2, when they overwrote the Constitution to amend it to give them this corporate government their rights or their policy powers. Trump, love him or not, I don't vote. I don't care. I don't play the game. Is the only one that really has the balls to try to burn it down to some extent. You know what I mean? And it needs to be burnt down to the ground. This system is just vile and demonic. And
I think the billionaires are still running the show and are like, hey, listen, let's crash the economy, because we're gonna, the 1% of the 1% are gonna make a killing off of the crashing of the economy. Nobody else is.
Okay. So what kind of person can enjoy and profit off the sufferings of millions of innocent people? What kind of demon is that?
No, the highest order is.
I get it. I know who they are, and I know what they eat, and I know what they drink, and I understand all that.
Right.
But how? I guess they have no soul. I guess they have no soul.
No.
Okay. Because you better have a soul.
Yeah.
And it just, how much money?
Well, and I guarantee you they all go to church on Sunday.
Oh, yes, they do. Absolutely. They got to do the show. Look at, I'm a perfect person of the community. I give, I volunteer, I philanthropize, and it's all
right. I'm a job creator.
Yeah, all one big show. And it's just, how do you make fucking kids go missing just in America every year? Take a guess.
Yeah.
Take one guess.
40,000.
Fuck no. It's close to 800,000 children go missing in America every year. That's an amazing number. A lot of them are runaways. A lot of them do come back during time. But say a third of that number don't come back and are never accounted for. Right. That's just an America, man. Who stands for this? That's why I got out when I first got out doing this shit. Doing, cop watching and, community activism. Is because I used to go to the council meetings and there's nobody there. There's an old lady who's sleeping and an old man who's left over from last month. That's in a chair and nobody else. And these fucking council people are like, 8 to 1, 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 8 to 0, 8 to 0, voting this shit in.
That woman, was it like 3 months ago? That was it. Where was that? Idaho, where she was like yelling and they like just dragged her out. I mean, like. That's some.
So this is my point when I said
1939 stuff going on there, man.
That it will never change until something drastic or miraculously happens. This system is too entrenched, and there's too many strong people with power that will never allow it to go away. Okay, there's a lot of show. That's what the politicians are about. Look at me, I'm for you. No, you're not. You're for me. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. You're for nobody. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's why I gave up voting. It's just a facade. It's a feel good. My guy won. Yay. Your guy's just as filthy as the other fucking guy.
Yeah. Okay? If you think that the trillionaires are going to put their livelihood in the hands of the minions, you're delusional.
Yeah, they're not giving up their golden goose. Never in a million years. And it's generational. Okay, it's built into their DNA. This is going back hundreds of thousands of years.
And as a former Democrat, the Democrats love when they lose an election because they're a fundraising platform. And just like when the cops are like, "Hey, listen, you know what? We beat all these protesters. We shouldn't have done that. You know what? We need another $1 million for training."
Yeah, which goes nowhere.
Right. Yeah. So it's the same thing for Democrats that are like, oh, you know what? We lost this election. We need more money. And no. It's all bullshit.
It's all
a scam.
Smoke and mirrors, and it's a shame. And one of the biggest reasons why it happens is because they had to take down the education system. So that's when in 1973, when Carter started the, federal educational, whatever the fuck they are, and made the rules for education for all public schools. It was an agenda, a communist agenda, a Marxist agenda to dumb down the populace. And it worked.
Well, just remember, all that Marxism is a criticism of capitalism.
Correct.
And capitalism cannot sustain itself. Correct. Capitalism is like the blob, and
correct. I don't.
This is not capitalism. The United States is not capitalism. If we were a capitalist society, Detroit and the banks would have gone out of business in 2008.
Correct. Yeah.
Socialism came in and propped up the banks and Detroit, and now that they're both making record profits, I'm sorry, new phone, who dis? You know what I mean? Like, no, there's nowhere to be.
Right. So they had to dumb down the minds, the IQ of a populace. Everybody knew that you couldn't take America from the outside; you had to take it from the inside. And that's what they did over the decades. I'm talking decades and decades and decades. And it worked beautifully. Look at these fucking people burning down Teslas that, wait a minute, didn't last month you said everybody should own a Tesla to save the world from climate change? Now you're doing what? You're burning what? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where am I?
So I don't know if you were here when I first started out, but I was like, okay, so JD Vance is over saying, listen, in other words, he's saying Greenland is going to melt soon, and it's going to be, we're going to be able to mine Greenland shortly, and climate change doesn't exist. You can't have both. It's sort of like the Gadsden, the "Don't Tread on Me" flag,
Blue
Lives Matter flag, prompted both of them in the back of your pickup truck.
Right.
You cannot have both of those flying, dude.
Right. It's like it's an oxymoron.
You can't.
Sovereign citizen. You can't be a sovereign and a citizen. Yeah. Oh, I hear you, man. It's great. But when you are, quote, awake and can see the truth and the demons.
Don't say woke, Dan. No, you
don't. I don't know what the right word is, man. I'm too old.
It's woke, motherfucker.
Okay. When you awaken to reality and you pull that curtain away and you see the fucking, the master and the demons and hell and it's like, fuck. It's hard to fathom. And it's hard to stomach.
Yeah. I'm disturbed by the First Amendment violations that are going on worldwide currently.
Beyond.
You know what I mean? Like,
look at England, man. They're arresting 50 people a day. I read yesterday for social posts.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You know what I mean? Like targeting journalists in Gaza. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, dude.
Wow. Really?
No. Like.
Well, that's why it's the First Amendment. It's the most important one.
Well, because there's been some history of it being trampled upon. So yeah, that's why it was number one.
So important. Number two with the guns. Yeah. I hear you. We're the last bastion with people that can actually have guns, and boy, oh boy. We gotta love America, man, when it comes to guns. That's good.
Solo, I do have plans on hitting the street again. Just I've just been laying low. There's some other stuff going on with me here in Los Angeles currently. So but no need to worry, dude, I still have a bunch of content that I shot with Dan that I've never published, so
I have a couple too, man. I've just been lazy.
Yeah, we did the one with the state troopers that we were
the state
that was like an extended conversation.
That was a good one. Right. Now I didn't put that out either. We had so much fun, man.
Yeah,
fucking had
the airport was just
both Newark and Philly.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot we were both.
Oh, that was the best. I love when you come out, man. I tell you, it's so fun. Ambler, Abington. That fucking we're out in the parking lot and shit.
Which one was that?
The one where they actually closed. They closed the curtains and wouldn't come to the window. At Abington, we were out in the parking lot for a while, and they came.
Was that where I was talking the guy's balls off about my game, my video game?
Yeah. It's the best.
Oh, that was the one with that. Wasn't that the one with the statue of the cop?
Yes,
with the kid and outside, and we were like speculating as to what the dynamic was.
And remember, we were at that one other township, and that bouncy ball fucking thing was deflated. And then there's Johnny's best comment, man, about I wonder how many kids were killed in this fucking or molested in this fucking thing and stuff.
Oh, the bouncy house. Yeah.
We had so much fun, man. I was surprised Limerick was so quiet though. That nuclear power plant we went to.
Oh, dude, it
was fucking crickets for hours.
Unless they're like ahead of the game, man, and they're like, hey, listen, if people show up with cameras, it's called First Amendment auditing. It's been around for fucking well over a decade.
Yeah.
Don't engage.
Right. Man, we walked up and down, and not that we were really. I was good to see. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and I was contemplating flying the drone, but that's like critical infrastructure. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, we don't need to push that.
Yeah, I don't want
we all know
directed energy weapon being shot out of the facility.
And even though you're doing nothing illegal, we all know what inside of jails look like, and I'm tired of being put inside of jail for doing nothing illegal.
Yeah.
So, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Let the younger kids get arrested like we used to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, all right. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up. Just wanted to come on here. It's Saturday night. Just wanted to come and say hi to you folks and just check in and, see what's going on with you guys and just let you know that I'm still here. I'm still breathing and going to be on the road. So if you're in Houston, Chicago area, you got a place to crash, let me know. I'd love to come by. So, Sab Crazy, you going to come on here and sign off, or you just going to be a douche?
All right, Johnny, I'll let you go, man. I do got to run.
Man, Dan, good
but
to
good
see
to
you,
see you, brother.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, thanks for coming on, man.
See everybody.
Hey.
Sab, did you go down on your bike? Did you go down on your bike? The arm?
No, yeah. Hold on.
Dude, what are you doing? Launching a manned mission to Mars? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! Dude? It's a microphone. It's a microphone. You got a headset. Like, bro,
we're not. This is headset across the fucking room.
Hold on. We're not like on a spiel, but we're not on like Jurassic 5. You know what I mean? Like with like a 400-person crew here. You know what I mean?
Welcome back, everybody, to the 4:37 p.m. Los Angeles news. We're right here live with J50 here in the studio.
Yeah.
No, bro. I got one mic and one cord.
Did you go down on your bike?
No. You know what I did? I tried to take out a Tesla because I was pissed off at Elon.
I don't know if I'd really admit that publicly.
The Tesla tried to kill me. Let's flip the script and say it how we want to. He was a cool dude, though, so I didn't have to beat him up. So, it might have been my fault. We won't ask the insurance. But yes, the motorcycle and me had an incident of sudden, rapid deceleration.
Okay.
And I fractured this one, but I'm still good. See, thumb up.
Okay.
We're good.
Well, and listen, you get to rub one out with the non-dominant hand now. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like so just hey, you know what? Life is all just about like learning new things, and experiencing new things.
It's like a whole new woman, except when you're married and you can't play with anything else but your woman.
Right.
But I got a firecracker, so if you roll it over, it explodes and it's different colors. It's like 4th of July.
Exactly. Marcy Fox is here. Hello, Marcy. All right, you guys, just wanted to come in and say hey and say happy spring and see what everybody was up to.
Paulie, I'm not going to Greenland with the green-yellow cast. Stop it, bro.
Right. All right, Sab, thanks for being here. Hopefully we will let's text.
Let's touch base soon. I'm glad to see you. Lucky's on her way to go be an activist while we're sitting here shooting the shit. And safety to all our advocacy people out there and anybody who
cool.
All of them, we love you except that one guy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm working on it because I need to get back in the game. So when I get back, I gotta get my lines ready.
Good. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. I love all of you. except that one guy.